In our house, there are 4 things that get a meltdown set into motion every single time. Picking up toys, brushing teeth, leaving the house, and anything our son doesn't want to do. I found myself at wit's end, procrastinating on anything that could cause a meltdown, from picking up the toy tornado myself to the convincing voice in my head that tells me it's okay if our son doesn't brush his teeth this time. Deep in an emotional state of exhaustion, it wasn't long before our son seemed to take over our household. After all, he knew exactly what he needed to do in order to get his way. Hitting, screaming, peeing in his bed. He learned our limits and tested them daily, always pushing for more. Over the past few years, I'd heard this type of scenario played out in homes across the country. After every phone call, after every meeting, I would tell myself, no way this could happen to me. Fast forward a few years, sure enough, it happened to me. Luckily, we met some amazing folks who specialize in something called ABA, or Applied Behavior Analysis. How does ABA work? What type of strategies can we normal parents use to gain control back again? That's exactly what we will discuss. My name is Luke, and welcome to this episode of Special Education Decoded. Before we discuss the incredible things ABA has done for our family and how it can easily-ish be applied to yours, I'm hoping you can help. On the bottom right-hand side of your screen, you will see a little logo with the word subscribe on it. Click that real quick. Thank you so much. First, let's cover the definition of ABA, or Applied Behavior Analysis. ABA is a scientific approach to understanding behavior. ABA refers to a set of principles that focus on how behaviors change, how behaviors are affected by the environment, and how learning takes place. The goal of ABA is to establish and enhance socially important behaviors. To understand in more detail exactly what ABA is, watch our video that covers that exact topic. For this video, we're going to focus on a couple of tricks we learned during the first few meetings we had with some ABA experts. Let's start with helpful ABA tip number 1. Do not give in. By giving in to your child's temper tantrums, they incorrectly learn how to manipulate the situation, what to do if they want something, how to control the situation, and eventually how to effectively take over the household. Now, not giving in is much easier said than done. However, this is the most important tip I can ever teach. Next, let's discuss helpful ABA tip number 2, follow through. This applies to whatever you have set as a rule or consequence. Do not back down and be sure to see it through to completion. Some examples could include cleaning up toys, following the schedule, consequences like taking away iPad or favorite toys, etc. Hang tight. We will discuss ways to accomplish these items. It's always easy to just simply say, don't give in, but the actual practice can seem impossible. The first strategy to following through is found in helpful ABA tip number 3, which is using something called hand over hand. Use this strategy when your child is refusing to complete a task. Make sure you use this after you've tried coaching them through the task. Hand over hand is done by gently taking their hand and guiding them through the task. Here's an example we've used. Our son used to refuse to clean up his toys. A meltdown ensued every single time we asked him to do this. What we started doing was taking his hand, grasping one toy at a time and putting it away. At first, he fought hard through this process. It was a struggle, to say the least. However, I was so tired of cleaning up his mess, I pushed on day after day. The crazy part? Eventually, he began to take over and finish the job. Now, as I said, this may take multiple times of using this method to actually see results. You have to remain consistent with the strategy. Hand over hand is teaching your child that they will not get away from doing things you've asked. Use this strategy even through a meltdown. If your child leaves the area with the task incomplete, carry them back to finish the job. The next helpful ABA tip is number 4, a schedule. Create a schedule for your child to follow. This could be written or visual, which is using pictures for each activity. Include everything they need to accomplish in a given time. An example for an afternoon schedule: after coming home from school, potty, wash hands for those who struggle to do this normally. Snack, homework, dinner, playtime, potty, wash hands, clean up toys, PJs, brush teeth, quiet book time, and again, potty, wash hands, bedtime, coin, which is a reward for the completion. Here's a pro tip. Discuss each item of the schedule as you make it. For us, we make a new one each time and discuss it all with our son. Allow your child to cross out each item as it's accomplished. Stick to the schedule. Next, on to helpful ABA tip number 5, rewards. Use this in conjunction with hand over hand. Positive behavior is easier for kids when there's a reward involved. Here are some reward ideas, though these will of course vary depending on your child's age and interests. A poker chip or a plastic coin they receive after completing the schedule. When they have a certain number of coins, they can access a treasure chest full of dollar store items and pick out a prize. Also, many families have seen success using a sticker chart. This is where a sticker is applied when something is completed or done as you've asked, working toward a toy, candy, etc. Some families benefit by using special outings as a reward. This can include things such as ice cream, family dinner at a favorite restaurant, a park. Bottom line, with rewards and every other tip is to be consistent and ensure proper behavior before the reward is earned. The last helpful ABA tip we will cover today is number 6. Be consistent. We've talked a lot about this throughout this entire video and others we've created in the past. This is simply because it is vital for anything you do to actually work. Be consistent with everything you do. This will help ensure that you are establishing a routine which all children thrive from. I've alluded to this before, but be sure to keep in mind that some of these tips may be extremely difficult at first. You may see behavior increases, your emotional drain increase, even the exhaustion you feel increase. Here's a side note on that. Be sure to take care of yourself. We created tips to ensure you as parents stay emotionally solid. Check out that video for more. Back regarding the increase in behaviors your child will show in the beginning, they actually improve over time. This is simply because your child will begin to learn that they cannot get away with everything anymore. Bottom line here is that with anything new, there's a period of time where everyone is adapting to the change. Children who are used to getting away with a lot of things will not like the changes you're implementing and will do what they can to get things back to the way they were. I can tell you from personal experience, these tips not only helped us and our son, but also our daughter, who spent a lot of time being frustrated that her little brother was getting away with seemingly everything. I would give her certain rewards and take her out for ice cream because she had been absolutely amazing. But at the end of the day, all she wanted was for her brother to actually be forced to do the things he didn't want to do. Since starting this process, even she has become a lot more positive, happy, and confident in our overall family dynamic. This video, along with some of the others I've done, is a window into the struggles I've faced as a SPED parent. I've had hours of conversation with my special education expert wife, our team, and outside resources such as the great group of ABA professionals we've been working with. You are not alone. The struggles we face are shared by millions of other parents. If you have questions regarding this video, please leave a comment. If you are interested in exploring the different services we offer, check out the description of this video. Our services include one-on-one special education tutoring and one-on-one inclusive IEP guidance. From all of us at specialedresource.com, thank you for watching this episode of Special Education Decoded. We'll catch you in the next video.